Hello and welcome. My name's Sissy and I'm Timothy's widow. I want to thank you so much for joining me for today's video. We're going to be taking a look at using tarot for grief healing, self-reflection, and journaling. We're starting a brand new week and a brand new month. And what better time than now for me to start getting back into reading tarot. So, I invite you to join me for the weekly card that I've pulled for the week of September 3rd through September 9th. So first, let's talk about what it isn't. No, I'm not trying to cast spells or anything like that. I use tarot for self-reflection, and if you're new to my channel, you'll soon discover that I'm big into self-reflection and journaling as part of the healing process during the grief journey. Each tarot card has many layers of things that we can interpret. When I pull a card, I do it with the intention of seeing or tricking my subconscious brain into becoming more aware of all things cognitive, actions, behavior, communication, and spirituality. I really don't know if the spirit guides or the divine are influencing the card and the message. All I will say on that is that there have been some interesting things in the past from cards that I've pulled, and I'll just leave it at that. Who can use this reading and the information from the card? Any grieving person who comes across this video. I have set an intention for the card to be of general use for all grieving people who may need it this week. So how does it work? Well, first I pull the card and then I go and research the card in all of my many resource materials, and I record it in my tarot journal. Before hubby passed, I was still trying to learn how to read the cards, how to interpret them, discover the meanings, and basically everything to try to understand them. So I've been away from it for nearly 2 years. I have forgotten a lot. But I've been going back through my reference material and trying to refamiliarize myself with the cards. What do I do with the information? Every card has symbols, colors, and meanings, and I'll do my best to explain the card to you. Also, some people will just look at a card and get a very specific feeling. That's your intuition speaking to you. It's up to you to decide how the information from the card resonates with you. You may see the card very differently from the traditional meanings, as I've just mentioned, and that's perfectly fine. Just be open to whatever resonates with you and allow the card and the meaning to be with you during the week as you walk through your journey of life and grief. Take what you receive. Simply do your best to allow it to help you heal and grow in this time of grief navigation and rediscovering yourself and who you are now meant to be. Now, if you've never looked at tarot and don't know anything about it, we'll cover the basics of the deck real quickly. The cards of the deck are divided into the major arcana, which is 22 cards, consisting of the big concepts of life, the big details such as change, the self, intuition, life journeys, and rebirth. They are the large themes and transformations that we all go through. They are the spiritual truths that make up the universe. Next, we have the minor arcana, and these are 56 cards relating to the world of sense and experience, the detail of our daily lives. These cards contain numbers and symbols within their meaning. They are divided into 4 suits, just like modern playing cards. Then we have the court cards. These are like the people within our lives, as well as our own character identities. There are 4 suits, just like a regular deck of cards, and these include the princess, prince, queen, and king, each playing a different role. While the cards are gendered, that is, they are male or female, they merely indicate personality types and tendencies. The card that I pulled for this week is the Ace of Pentacles. Take a moment and just simply look at the card. Pause the video if you have to, and take note of anything that comes to your mind. Remember, your subconscious knows you, knows what you're going through, and knows what you need. Okay, I think this is a lovely card for us to do the first time. There are lots of layers, lots of meaning to this specific card. The Ace of Pentacles is part of the minor arcana, so we're looking at daily life details. Next, the suit of the card is Pentacles. Pentacles are of the earth element, so associate them with nature, all things worldly, money, solid reality, opportunity, prosperity, new venture, health, work, and manifestation. The earth element is practical and realistic. Just like a regular deck of playing cards, each suit consists of numbered cards, from the ace or the 1 through 10. Each number represents something unique. Number 1. Think of it as the seed. It has the potential for new growth. 1 is a starting point, or the presentation of an opportunity, and it represents the masculine principle of creation. The energy of the 1 must be acted upon for growth to occur. Think of that as nurturing something, like watering the beautiful flowers in your garden. 1 is also the number of the root chakra, which is the foundation of the system. Next, we see a hand extending a coin. What does that all mean? Well, let's start with the cloud that the hand is extending from. Clouds represent thoughts. White clouds mean clear thoughts, or maybe even a sudden epiphany. Gray clouds indicate confusion, or possibly emotions are getting in the way of thinking clearly. The hand represents transmission, giving and receiving. The disembodied hand represents divine intervention or spiritual gifts. And for this card, we have the hand giving a coin or a pentacle. These represent the element of earth and may symbolize money, the material world, security, or nature. For me, this card shows that despite cloudy and confused thoughts, the divine is wanting to present a gift or a seed for something. We just don't know what the something is yet. Now, let's look at some of the other items on the Ace of Pentacles. There are flowers on this card. Beautiful nature. Flowers represent beauty, gratitude, happiness, growth, and the culmination of a creative process. We have garden, which is growth, creativity, and abundance. Then we have the rose and the lily. The rose represents the beauty of life and hope for the future, and the lily is a symbol of purity, innocence, fertility, and motherhood. The lily is associated with Easter. A beautiful garden was lovingly nurtured. So, are you remembering to nurture yourself? That is, with self-love, self-care, kindness, and patience. Next, we have the path, which represents our journey through life, our voyage of self-discovery, and our spiritual progression. Then, we have the arch, which is an opening to a new path, representing the possibility of something new. Notice the arch is beautifully flower-covered. In the distance, we have the mountain, which represents the challenges that will lead to growth when overcome. The higher or steeper a hill or mountain is, may indicate the skill, persistence, and motivation required to overcome challenges. Next, we'll take a look at the colors on the card. One thing that I noticed in my reference materials, there are colors on this card that were not listed in the reference material and they weren't attached to this particular card. So I'm only using the ones that were specifically included. The first color is white. So we have the white lilies and we have the white for the hand. White represents innocence, perfection, the good, honesty, cleanliness, the beginning, the new, neutrality, and lightness. Yellow represents gold, wealth, sunshine, reason, happiness, optimism, and pleasure. Green represents prosperity, growth, money, nature, and hope. Now, since I am still trying to learn how to read the cards and interpret them, I have several reference sources or materials that I use. So there are quite a few meanings that I have listed here. Some of them may resonate with you, some may not. It's okay. It's whatever your subconscious recognizes that might be needed for you and sends you a little I guess we'll explain it as a spark or an aha moment. So this is what I come up with for the card meetings. An opportunity for real growth. The beginning of a new project. A gift that you can use for further gain. A chance to start new, healthy habits. A time to strengthen your roots. A time to ground and center your body. A time to begin building the foundation for your future. A time to spend in nature. This is a seed that must be nurtured in order to grow. Don't overlook the gift that you are being given. Also, consider that the card represents a time for opportunity, prosperity, and new ventures. Planting a seed in the material world, as in planting a seed to help your feelings of security and stability. Remember to nurture with your energy and time. It will be very rewarding for you. Anything grown on this energy is meant to be stable, secure, and give you back good. Also, it can represent that I grasp the opportunities that are being offered to me. Think of it as new beginnings, potential, or new initiatives. Let your emotions flow. You have a wonderful opportunity to create something from the heart that is very authentic. Be willing to be open and vulnerable. This is a chance to make a fresh start emotionally. Express your emotions, love and tears. The Ace of Pentacles could also represent an opening of intuition. It could represent the beginnings of an opportunity for us to tune into our higher selves. It could represent that we need to be receptive to subtle signs around us. And it could mean that we need to recognize new feelings, awakening intuition, and emerging imagination. Now, let's take a few moments and consider some questions that arise from this particular card. Are you feeling emotionally unbalanced? Reflect on how you're responding to difficult emotions. Are you able to recognize that you don't have control over everything and that you can control your response? Are you feeling emotionally drained? Your cup emotionally and physically, may be drained. This is the beginning of time and space to restore yourself with nurturing, gratitude, optimism, and hope. Now we can take some time to just reflect on the card. I have my own reflections on the card and the symbols and the meanings. There are definitely items that I'm already thinking about. There are things that I am sitting quietly and I'm going to be asking myself some personal questions related to my own grief journey and some of the other keywords that are included with the meanings of the cards. I don't want to influence your own reflection too much. So for today, I'm going to keep those particular things to myself. This card is for you. Whatever it brings to your mind is for you to spend time reflecting on throughout the week. It's okay if nothing resonates with you today. You may find that something comes up later in the week, such as a gift or a possible opportunity that you'll want to spend some quiet time thinking about. And so, that's our look at the weekly card, the Ace of Pentacles. For one little card, it sure does pack a lot in to reflect on. As always, thank you so much for joining me today as we took time to explore the card for the week. I hope that something resonated with you, and I hope that it helps you on your healing journey. Don't forget to be appreciative of any gift that comes your way this week, no matter the type or the size. It was meant for you. If you'd like to join me each Sunday for the weekly card, I invite you to get your own journal or notebook so that you can take time to sit quietly and self-reflect on anything that resonates with you. If you're new to the channel, I always close out the video by asking you, the viewer, to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so that you'll know when new content is available. As always, please feel free to comment on any of my videos. I would love to hear from you. Let me know if there is a topic that you would love to see me cover. I would be honored to do it for you. And last, if you haven't done so already, please participate in the polls that I have under the community section. Your input can help me create new future content for you. I've been Sissy, and I am wishing you much hope, light, and love. Until the next time, my friend, take care.